Hi, my name is Cynthia. I'm in my own garden having coffee this morning in Southern California, Los Angeles. As you can see, I am physically impaired. And I did this little video to show you how I use equipment to make it possible. You're viewing the plants in the water feature that was previewed by Keith earlier. That is a sweetheart plant. Here's a couple of succulents. And this is, of course, a ornamental grass. Now, this is the water feature, and the couch sits right across from it. That's a very cool area, which is very important to me because I have multiple sclerosis and can't be overheated. So I can come out and enjoy my garden where I couldn't before because of the banners and the bamboo and everything that we put up, and the water feature. I invite my guests and they can. Before I go much further in the garden, I wanted to show you this. Here I am back at the table, which is an eating table, cooking table, and right now potting table. And as you can see, this little pot is on what is called a lazy Susan, so I can turn it and I can clip it. And the more blooms you clip, the more blooms you get, you know. And this impatient's very happy to be clipped, and I'm very happy to do it. I'm going to show you a little later what happens when you don't use a lazy Susan. I am using kitchen scissors as you point. And here we are, an earlier time before I had the lazy Susans, and I'm pruning some plants back. And as you can see, I'm moving them around and working with them. And it was a continuous problem because they fall over, just like this little fellow did. He survived it, but after we got the lazy Susans, of course, it was a lot more. I was a lot more effective at it. I could control it more. And this is the utilization of equipment. We found them at 99. And here I am emerging from clipping back one of the plants in the water feature. It's a ornamental grass. This area was set up so my wheelchair just goes through. Okay, here I am emerging through the kind of the doorway into the water feature. As you can see, I have the hose with me and this wonderful wand. Its length extends my ability to reach things my chair can't get to, and the fact that it has adjustments enables me to change the amount of water going into a plant depending on how much the plant needs, what size the plant it is. So I can actually water my garden using one of these wonderful devices, which you'll find anywhere for about $8. It's not for disabled, it's for anybody. Okay, I'm continuing watering. You can see how the extension makes it possible for me to reach things I couldn't reach before. I can go over to the other side and do it. Of course, you know, one of the best things in the world is I have a lot of support. Keith is taking this video, and he's very supportive of me maintaining any degree of independence I can. And I hope you see. Here I'm in the back of the motor home. This is an important place for me because it has my exercise equipment. And then, of course, I put plants around it. And so I think it's quite nice. You can see that I'm using a different wand. I have one for the front and one for the back. And this one's the one in the back. And this is an adjustment I'm making in order to water a different kind of plant than the one I was watering before. It's wonderful. My neighbors actually have started using it themselves, and they're able-bodied. So, you know, it's not just... Here we are moving into the garden. It's holding my equipment. As you can see, there's a bicycle here. We're going to get around to show the bicycle here. There we go, just Swen. It's old. It's perfect for MS people because, or anybody who has very little mobility in their legs, because you can turn the pedals by your finger. And here we have my abdoer, and I need to abdo a little more. And this is my baby. This is my walker, made for persons who have neurological disorders. You can sit on it and rest. You can walk with it. Because the way it's set up, you can't tip it over and you can't fall if you stiffen your elbows. So, and it stops when you do. Moving around here. And this is not a piece of equipment that a lot of people have, but it's a freezer, and I'm going to show you. Here I am going in the other entry, and I'm watering the garden beside the other entry with a back hose. And I just want you to know that you can do it too. This is the outside of the garden. It's ramped so I can go around the garden or through the garden. And this is the other side of the garden. For those of you who don't garden, you can do this with whatever hobby you have. You can use equipment to make up the difference. With a good support system, you can do it. This is another day in the garden. This big fern needed to be clipped back. It had its winter growth and its spring growth. So you can see maneuvering, using my chair, maneuvering around to clip it back. Get rid of all the dead stuff and allow the new stuff to grow. It's doing beautifully now. And I really enjoy this sort of thing. And I lost it for so many years. Now you talk about a good support system. This is Keith. He's been my attendant for about 17 years. Today he's dividing a fern, which would have died if it hadn't been transplanted. He was doing the videoing, and he did a wonderful job, but guess who's doing the videotape now? Yes, I can use a videotape. It's really root bound. Poor thing. After he worked with it, it's doing very well. Everything he transplants lives miraculously somehow. Even the neighbors come over and ask him to transplant theirs. Okay, we've enjoyed having you. Bye-bye. Come back and see us when you can.